want to talk real quick about strategy when it comes to sales because I think we've also mixed this up. I just finished talking about how the change that we seek to create, whether that's getting people to choose a certain behavior because originally they weren't choosing that behavior, if we're getting them to change from one way of being into another way of being, booking online, accepting treatment, whatever it is, that is where the sale happens, right? That is where we discuss treatment plans and all this and get them to create, get them to accept, get them to enroll in that change. And the idea was that we've put it backward where we focus too much on attention. And because we don't focus on the change, we just fixate on attention and it never gets anywhere. Well, this is similar in sales as well, because how we're focused on sales right now as a dental industry is on tactics. People talk about, there's videos out there on sales strategy and all this stuff, but it's really talking about tactics. It's about when they get to this point, when you have someone's attention, when they somehow have made it here, how can we say the right things? How can we show our presentation in a certain way? How can we always have the X-ray in their peripheral vision, right? These are all tactics. They're tactics to maximize the percentage of people who accept treatment when they get to this point. But it neglects looking at what came before it, right? The tactical approach takes a snapshot and says, how can we maximize this? The strategic approach takes a look at the entire process and says, how can we create the conditions that makes this part so much easier such that you don't need to even worry about tactics. You could make mistakes while presenting your treatment, but the people who have come through the system want that change so bad that they're willing to overlook any mistakes you might make tactically. And so that is strategic marketing. It's creating the conditions for change so much so that you don't have to really worry about the tactics so much. All right, so let's talk about sales. Let's talk about, my background is a lot in sales as well. So after learning the digital marketing stuff, I quickly joined a lot of sales groups, learned as much as I could about sales. I have a lot of books on sales. And I like to think I'm pretty adept when it comes to having sales conversations, and specifically for higher ticket, multi-$1,000 sales deals. So what I took away from that was nowhere nearly as impactful as creating the conditions of having people who want that change come, of having alignment. Because when someone is aligned with that change, sometimes you have sales conversations where it's super easy. That's alignment. Sometimes you have sales conversations where you have to dig super deep into your arsenal of sales tactics and it still doesn't work. And that's misalignment. So how can we create more alignment from the start is what I'm trying to get at. All right. So I think that's how we should look at sales. We should right now we have it flipped again. We have we have attention prioritized more than change. We have sales tactics prioritized more than creating a marketing system that brings in the people who want that change. All right. And sure, you're probably asking, how do I do that? But the answer is way too long for one video. But I have a course for it. I've created 46 videos that kind of go over this concept and how you can create it for yourself. So check it out. I really encourage you because we need more good in this world. We need more change. We need more positive change. And it really hurts you. It hurts your practice. It hurts everyone who works for you. When we create, it hurts your patients when we create misalignment, when we have people who don't belong come through the system and we try to sell them on it. It creates bad emotions for everyone, right? When there's misalignment. So go create more alignment, create more change. Check out the course. See you in the next one.